At midday on August 25th, Shanghai found itself caught in a sudden outbreak of extreme weather that transformed parts of the city into a scene of chaos.
哎呀！还有小孩也被撞呀，车子都刮跑了。这个老年人的车子也被刮了。这还哪？我靠！
What began as an overcast day quickly escalated into a violent storm system that brought together several of the most destructive elements of convective weather. Meteorologists had warned that the city was at risk of short-term heavy downpours, with rainfall rates of more than 35 millimeters within just 1 hour, accompanied by hail and gusts stronger than force 10. Yet when the storm finally arrived, the impacts surpassed many people's expectations and reminded residents of the destructive force nature can unleash in only a few minutes. The most intense moment came when a strong downburst swept through the city. This meteorological phenomenon occurs when dense cold air from a thunderstorm cloud plunges toward the ground and spreads outward, creating winds that can rival or even exceed the strength of a typhoon.
家人们，渡劫了，家人们，渡劫了！
冷剑风把我房顶。
In Pudong's Jinqiao area, the force of the gusts reached an astonishing level, with some weather stations measuring wind speeds up to force 13. Residents in the area described the experience as feeling like a tropical cyclone had suddenly struck the city without warning. Alongside the wind, hailstones around 1 to 2 centimeters in diameter clattered against rooftops and vehicles, leaving dense and shattering fragile surfaces. Online videos recorded by residents quickly spread, providing vivid images of the storm's power. Trees bent violently under the pressure of the wind, their branches snapping or tearing away. Streets vanished behind walls of rain as visibility dropped to almost nothing. Cars were forced to a standstill as drivers struggled to see through the pounding rainfall. Hail bounced in every direction, ricocheting off sidewalks, car hoods, and windows, scattering across the streets like marbles on a concrete floor. Pedestrians caught outside scrambled for cover, some clutching umbrellas that instantly turned inside out under the strength of the gust. Many commented online that the scenes felt far more like the impact of a landfalling typhoon than a passing thunderstorm. Shanghai was not alone in facing these weather shocks. Similar convective outbreaks were reported in neighboring provinces including Jiangsu and Zhejiang, where localities also experienced thunderstorms, heavy downpours, and hail. Even inland Hubei, far from the coastal influence, was struck by comparable violent weather, showing how widespread this atmospheric instability had become across eastern and central China.
这是冰雹啊！真的是下雪了，哥们儿！我看到了！风好大！
发短视频啊，不要拍那么。
In multiple cities, transport was briefly disrupted, trees were blown down, and power lines were affected by the sudden force of the storms. For residents across the region, the experience was both frightening and disruptive, underscoring how quickly normal life can be interrupted by the atmosphere's volatility.
这雨下的，我操，跟世界末日一样的。
Although the worst of the storm in Shanghai lasted only a relatively short time, the damage and disruption it left behind were visible. Streets were littered with fallen branches, intersections were briefly submerged in fast-flowing rainwater, and countless vehicles bore fresh dents and scratches from hail. Cleanup crews worked to restore order, but many residents were still shaken by the sudden intensity of the weather. The event served as a reminder that in a city as large and modern as Shanghai, with its skyscrapers, dense population, and fast-paced daily life, nature can still bring everything to a halt in a matter of minutes.